Creating your own math video lessons can be simple and can make a big difference for your students. There are 3 good ways to make a math video lesson. The easiest is to use a document camera and record yourself working through problems. If you don't have a document camera, you can also consider filming yourself working on a whiteboard or screen recording yourself as you work on a touchscreen. In this video, we're going to create our lesson with a document camera. So here I am, recording through my document camera, and this is just a problem set that I pulled from my school's curriculum. But really, any curriculum you use, any lesson, any problem set will work just fine. Now I'm going to go through these examples and show my students how to solve these problems. But what's going to make this really special is I'm going to ask students questions as I work. That way it's not just me talking at them, but I'll actually be asking them questions and involving them throughout the problem solving. So let me show you how I go about creating this lesson. I'll start recording, we'll pick where to save the file, and I can begin. Alrighty, today we're going to be adding the fractions 1/2 and 1/3. And this is challenging because those fractions have different denominators. When fractions have different denominators, the first thing I need to do is identify the lowest common denominator. How do I find the lowest common denominator? Remember, to find the lowest common denominator, you skip count by both of your denominators. So we'll start with 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You could keep going as far as you want. Now we'll do the same thing with 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Now we need to look for the smallest number that appears in both lists. What's the smallest number in both lists? You can see 6 is the smallest number in both lists, so 6 is our lowest common denominator. Awesome. Now that we found that, we can start converting our fractions. We're going to start with 1/2. So on your own, I want you to do this. I want you to think to yourself, 1/2 is equal to how many sixths? Well, you should have thought that 2 times 3 gets you to 6. So you have to do 1 times 3, which equals 3. We can say that 1/2 is equal to, or can be converted into, 3/6. Now let's do the same thing with 1/3. 1/3 is equal to how many sixths? Well, you should have thought 3 times 2, that gets you to 6. So you have to do 1 times 2, which is 2. 1/3 is equal to, or converted into, 2/6. Now that we have our 2 pieces, all that's left is adding these together, 3/6 plus 2/6. So I'll write that out, and I want you to add this on your own. What does 3/6 plus 2/6 equal? You add the 3 plus 2, which gives you 5, and then you keep your denominator of 6, 5/6. And there's our answer. 1/2 plus 1/3 is equal to 5/6. And we could go ahead, let's circle our answer. Amazing. So now I want you to follow these exact same steps for the next problem, problem B. Add 1/3 plus 1/5 on your own. And at this point, I could go through and explain the problem, let students try and then have me explain it, but generally support them going through these examples. But for this demo, I'm going to leave it here and head over to Edpuzzle, where I can upload this video directly onto my account. To upload the video, I come to My Content, select Add Content, and click Upload a Video. Then I can select the video and get it started uploading to Edpuzzle. Once the video is uploaded and processed, I can get to work embedding questions into the video. All I need to do is embed a question at each point that I asked one during the recording. The first question I asked students was how to find the lowest common denominator of two fractions. So I'll pause here and embed an open-ended question. I could ask students, describe how to find the lowest common denominator of two fractions. Then I could keep moving. The next question was asking students to identify that 6 is the number that appears in both lists of skip counts. I'll embed a multiple choice question and ask, what number do you see in both lists? Then I can type some answer choices and embed that question. I could keep going like this, embedding a question everywhere I asked one in the video, and allowing students to work with me as we go through these practice problems. When I'm done, I just click finish and that video is saved and ready to go. It really is that simple. Creating video lessons is not something that takes hours of preparation. It's something you can do if you have 15 or 20 minutes after school or during your prep period. The result will be an amazing video resource for your students.